We've uncovered disturbing new information in the wake of a murder that happened inside this independent living home in El Cajon. Police received nearly 80 calls from the house in 2018, leading up to the December morning that resident Matthew McCarthy was beaten to death with a frying pan.
Our 10 News reporter John Horn explains how homes like this can just pop up anywhere and why the only thing concerned neighbors can do is move.
It's been the worst for me to call for my name.
This question has haunted Karen McCarthy for almost 2 months now. Her 39-year-old son, Matthew, murdered in December with a frying pan, allegedly by a man who lived under the same roof.
Why didn't anyone hear? There's all these people in this home. Nobody heard him cry out. He had to have cried out, right?
Karen loved her son dearly, and from a very young age, she knew he was different.
Special is what I call it.
Matthew was developmentally disabled, possibly bipolar. He did okay on his own for a while, had a job, was married, had a son, then divorced. Life eventually spun away from him until he found shelter in this so-called independent living home on Naranka Avenue in El Cajon for $750 a month, a big part of his disability payment. Matthew was homeless, and he only moved into that house in El Cajon after someone stabbed him outside this convenience store in Lakeside. From the outside, the ranch house looks as cozy as the next, but no single family calls it home. Instead, it's a collection of individuals with developmental or physical disabilities, no credit check required.
It's a choice above being homeless for a lot of these people.
Lori Sorensen is a director at the nonprofit San Diego Regional Center, which refers those with developmental disabilities to homes with services. The preference, the roughly 400 licensed facilities in San Diego County. They offer 24-hour on-site care, but they also have strict rules.
My son did not want to be home by 9 o'clock at night. My son wanted to smoke pot.
So the alternative is homes like the one on Naranka. No state license, no oversight. Karen says the home appeared clean. What she didn't know was how many times police got calls from the house in 2018.
If I had known 78 police reports had been given to that home before he moved in, I'd have said pass.
Police records show trouble inside its walls. Residents breaking things, yelling, even physical threats with a knife, some placed on psychiatric holds. Neighbors also report residents screaming out front in the middle of the night, knocking on doors and asking for money and cigarettes.
There's no oversight, there's no safety net in a home like that necessarily.
We are not allowed to get involved.
Bill Wells is El Cajon's mayor and a mental health professional. He says state laws protecting these homes render the city powerless.
We can't make any kind of regulations or zoning requirements. Anything we would like to do to try to regulate that and stop that from happening, the state of California has made sure we can't do that.
While Wells would like local zoning control and larger psychiatric hospitals, Sorensen says it comes back to a severe lack of affordable housing. The home on Naranka even has a mattress in the garage. The home's manager, on site part-time, declined to be interviewed, but he told me it's just a man cave. He added it's a regular landlord-tenant relationship. Sorensen says she's been in an unlicensed home with 3 individuals crammed in one room.
Would the state ever allow that if it was licensed?
Oh God, no, no.
I just want everyone to know he was loved. And it's just been awful.
Karen says she wants something to be done. John Horn, 10 News.
The home's manager says the house offers the best of independent living and helps vulnerable people get off the streets without taking advantage of them. He says that it has a waiting list. In November, California voters approved Prop 2. It freed up $2 billion to fund housing for those who are homeless with mental illnesses.